Well, we are very, very happy to end on a positive note again this week. House of Cards, several US cities hit pause on water fluoridation in wake of historic federal ruling. You would remember we covered this on a previous broadcast. A handful of cities and counties responded quickly to a September 24 ruling by a federal judge that water fluoridation at current levels poses an unreasonable risk of reduced IQ in children. So now several US cities, towns, and counties have announced that they will stop fluoridating their water in the aftermath of the landmark ruling. Abilene, Texas, Yorktown and Somers, New York, and the Weber Basin Water Conservancy District in Utah are among those cities and districts that responded quickly to the September 24 ruling. Just to jog your memory, Chen ruled the US EPA can no longer ignore the risk that fluoridation poses to humans, especially children's health, and that the agency must take regulatory action. You can view some of the history of that case linked on our article. So just to take you through some of the highlights, Abilene stops fluoridation pending formal decision by City Council. The City of Abilene announced Monday that it will immediately stop fluoridating its water supply out of an abundance of caution, according to News 4 San Antonio. In a press release issued Monday, the city said with potential changes to EPA regulations, such as potential adjustments to fluoride levels or the possible introduction of warning labels, the city is pausing fluoridation to ensure compliance with any new health and safety guidelines that may emerge. This temporary suspension is being implemented out of an abundance of caution to safeguard public health. Most residents of New York Town were in favor of ending fluoridation. Two New York towns, as we mentioned before, Yorktown and Somers, also stopped fluoridating their local water supply following the federal court's decision. According to Patch, Yorktown Supervisor Ed Lachterman ordered the suspension of water fluoridation in the town last Thursday, citing the federal court's ruling. He told the defender the court's finding that fluoridation poses an unreasonable risk to children prompted the decision for me to pull the fluoride and review our town code. Now, obviously, they're waiting for further health advice, so on and so forth. Nonetheless, this is great step in the right direction. The Utah district as well has paused fluoridation while issue bounces between agencies. And according to the statement here, out of an abundance of caution again, and to prioritize the public's health above all else, the addition of fluoride to the drinking water supplied by the district in Davis County, Utah will be paused. This pause will allow for the National Toxicology Program, the Department of Health and Human Services, EPA, and other appropriate federal agencies to conduct a comprehensive review of the safety and efficacy of water fluoridation in light of the new information. Well, while local bodies, cities, councils argue all of this, the article finishes on a very important point. No one has to wait for the EPA. In light of the NTP report and the subsequent federal court ruling, officials in several other cities and communities across the US are facing calls to stop fluoridation. The Dallas Express reported last month that local activist Regina Imburgia put the Dallas City Council on notice regarding the dangers of water fluoridation in an email that she sent council members in late August. The email references the NTP report. In Buffalo, New York, a local attorney, James Ostrowski, is pushing back against the city's decision last month to reintroduce fluoride into its water supply. He mentions the risks fluoride poses to children's intelligence and to pregnant women. Experts told the defender that the decisions to reintroduce fluoridation or to impose fluoridation through local referendums are based on flawed science. Philippe Grandjean, adjunct professor in environmental health at Harvard University and chair of environmental medicine at the University of Southern Denmark, was an expert witness in the California court case. He told the defender that advocates for fluoridation and for referendums to mandate it are misinformed. Quote, while I'm in favor of local decisions on drinking water treatment, I'm concerned that agreement to add fluoride has been based on erroneous information that didn't mention the growing evidence that fluoride can cause toxicity to the developing brain. North noted that during the California court case, not once did the EPA's scientists, who are under oath, or their lawyers claim fluoridation was safe, despite hours of testimony and multiple depositions. On the contrary, they acknowledged there were dozens of high-quality studies linking higher fluoride with lower IQs, several at levels in fluoridated water. That alone debunks fluoridation promoters throughout the country who insist it's been proven safe for everyone, North said. While addressing the possibility of an EPA appeal, North said the agency will most likely do everything they can to delay instituting any meaningful rules, but that this should not dissuade local officials across the US from taking action to halt fluoridation. Quote, "No one has to wait for the EPA," North said. Quote, "It's time to take matters into your own hands." The solution to global tyranny is local sovereignty. Communities can take back control of their areas, and already we are seeing this occurring. We have some sort of an idea of what the next month could look like, but it is certain that having strong community bonds will make whatever comes our way much easier to get through. The FBI calls it house stealing, and you've probably heard about this devastating crime on the news because it is a big problem. Scammers can transfer your home title, take out loans in your name, and leave you with nothing but a financial and emotional disaster. If you own a home or any real estate, it is crucial you protect your property and equity from these criminals. And there's no better way I know of than HometitleLock.com/VNN. If you haven't checked it out before, now is the time. We've arranged for our listeners to get a free title scan to check if your home is still in your name, plus 30 days of free Home Title Lock's triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts if anything has changed, and most importantly, restoration of your title if there's ever any fraud. You will immediately be protected, and you will get 30 days free when you use the promo code VNN at sign up. Protect your home, your equity, and your peace of mind right now with HometitleLock.com/VNN, promo code VNN. That's HometitleLock.com/VNN.